So at Andy Me says, when I get close to the green, he overshoots the target. So how can he soften his swing?
Well, we see that a lot, Mike, don't we? I mean, people with the short game, and I'll flip clubs on you and keep you in charge here, but people with, higher handicaps, especially in a short game, you get it really close around the greens. They just can't control that pace. Number one, they're worried about getting it up in the air, as we know. And then number two is if they do get it up in the air, it just seems to be always just way too hard. So when you're working on somebody's short game, what do you do with them when that's the case?
The first thing is, okay, using a wedge is difficult. There's not a whole lot of margin for error. There's a big difference between hitting it just on the bottom of the club and 2 grooves up.
Right.
So once you get loft and spin, then you actually could hit it harder. But yeah, if he's overshooting, he's probably, my guess is that he's bouncing into the ball a little bit.
Right.
So I would think rhythm and trying to get the bottom of the club in the same spot every time. Yeah. And I would do that by trying to reduce arm swing and get the club forward through pivot. So I would try to get the handle forward through rotation instead of arm swing.
And I think that's what happens with a lot of people. We teach so many people, Mike, that you want to stay still in your golf, when you're hitting your short game shots, whether it be putting or chipping or something. So then they just start using their arms. Well, then all of a sudden, if they try to slow their arm swing down, they shorten it up so much that they can't even hit the shot. You rarely see amateur players rotate very well through short chip shots, do you?
Yeah, no. And as soon as, so anytime you're pulling the club in this manner with the hands going ahead, it's going to have this bob to it.
Right.
And then you can't get down to the ball. So if I have arm swing and my hands go forward, okay, now I just lag this behind the net. It usually ends up in some sort of flinch.
Yeah.
Instead of getting the handle forward through
and just keep rotating. That's it. So rotate.